All right. Hello, guys. I'm not going to bother with the intro song today. We're just going to get right to it. We'll let everyone pile in. I hate it when people say that in there. I went and said it. Jesus, Samantha. I wasn't really prepared for today's stream. As you all know, what's going on in the community. Listen, I just felt like we need to do a stream to maybe talk about things and maybe, um, kind of figure out what's going on. Not so much, I'm not so much concerned with like the details surrounding, um, is her name Lynetta, Little Mama Lynetta's death, but more so what in the ever loving hell was going on over here in the girl world involving Lorette, I'm sorry, Lynetta, because there are some very, very serious accusations being levied, um, not just by, obviously you guys know that Clara is over there live on her channel, pointing her finger of blame and using the tragic death of this mother of 5 children as a sword with which to strike her enemy, which I find absolutely disgusting. If you wouldn't mind, Clara, please knock that shit off. It's truly astounding. Uh-oh, hold on. Being told my mic sounds weird. I checked my audio. It should be fine. It's my mic. Uh-oh. Does it sound okay or no? Do I need to be closer? Hold on, she's typing again. I'm trying to get like my desk kind of organized, unplug and replug. Some people say it's good. Okay, so sorry. When I unplugged it and replugged it back in, it was muted. Thank God I figured that out. It should sound better now. Let me know. I know Yaba will let me know very quickly. Much better. Good. Thank you. All right. So as I was saying, there are a lot of very serious accusations that are being hurled around YouTube this morning with the news of Lynetta having taken her own life, according to her husband. Clara at this time is over there on her channel, as I was saying, using the tragic death of a mother of 5 children as a sword with which to strike her enemy. It's literally what you're doing right now, ma'am. Could you knock that off? It's my understanding. It's my understanding Lynetta has not even been laid to rest yet. Hold on just a second. There we go. All right. I find it interesting. I find it really interesting that Clara went ahead with having ATX on panel, seeing as how her panel is about the death of a member of the community, I guess. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't really even know who this person is. I think a lot of people don't know who Lynetta was in the community. And that's why I'm here, because I'm hearing some chatter about she had some beef with some creators, and that's why the finger is being pointed over in this direction. And when I say this direction, I don't necessarily mean, the support group. Well, no, I am. I really feel like what I was hearing over there before I went live was the finger being pointed squarely over here somehow. And I wasn't surprised to hear that, though, because there has been a campaign that's been heating up, especially in recent days and weeks, that somehow, we are over here forming armies to attack people or some weird shit. I don't know. So yeah, if there was really something going on within Girl World where, this person was being bullied, and DC's not the only one making this claim. Obviously, I just watched a short video that her husband posted. And you can hear her children literally crying in the background. Have you all seen that? I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it because it is deeply disturbing. But the husband just outright points the finger at the internet, at the reaction community for his wife taking her life. So I'm like, what's going on, and where did this take place? Yaba, could you send me the link to that video we just watched? Because there was a comment in the comment section that I wanted to go over. I am just so perplexed by all of this. I mean, it is shocking for sure. And I know that DC, like I said, she's taking this opportunity to take swipes at her enemies and to, point fingers and make accusations. Thank you so much. Okay, I just want to, how do I stop it? Okay, I don't want it to play. Here's the comments. Here we go. She went so far as to go on the Twitter and read select tweets that people were putting out late last night and early this morning on the matter. People expressing, really the tweets that she picked out. And she even, one of them, before she reads it, she even says, oh, this person's been on my ass for some time or something like that. So she was definitely cherry picking tweets, and that's fine. She needed to make her point. So that's how you do that, right? You cherry pick your evidence, I guess. I mean, that's how it's done. Even in a court of law, each side, picks the evidence they think is best going to help them win their case or their argument, right? So anyway, she was reading various tweets from last night and this morning on the matter, and a lot of people were expressing, there's, what's the word, skepticism, suspicions on whether or not this is a legitimate, story. And, really, truly, especially those of us who have been in the YouTube drama community / gore world, whatever this hemisphere of the YouTube is, it's not so far-fetched to think that somebody might, pull a stunt, such as faking their own death, or, even GoFundMe scams or things we've all seen. I mean, we have seen with our own eyes, not just myself and Yaba, but a majority of the people in this chat have been around the community long enough to remember, there have been people that have faked their deaths. It just it happens. Okay. Um, and especially when there's fundraising going on and a GoFundMe being shared and there's money being collected, in the name of somebody's tragic death. Exactly, Bamboozled. That's a great example. Thank you for that. I'm just going to go ahead and stick her there. Amy and Tammy Slayton with the casket way back when was that, 2016? So yeah, especially when there are fundraising efforts going on and, women and children, being included in whatever the story is, it's always best to be, very prudent and careful and verify the validity of, the story you're being told on the internet, right? So I'm not surprised at all that people were skeptical. I'm not going to, hold anybody's feet to the fire, or what's the word I've been hearing being used lately? Lambast anyone who, expressed concern or disbelief or skepticism in the story. I mean, hell, I'll be honest. I myself, I was skeptical. For one, I don't know this woman, and not that to say that because I don't know who this woman, was means that automatically it's a scam. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't even recognize the username, Lil Mama, to be very honest. Rang no bells. The pictures I've seen of the woman ring no bells. I have absolutely no idea who this person is. So, I mean, wouldn't I be a fool to just automatically believe, a story put in my DMs overnight about a woman in the community who supposedly took her life? No, this is the internet. Lynn, the pecking grandma, I saw someone in Foodie's chat say something about the deceased and Yaba saying something bad about it. I mean, listen, Yaba shared her opinion this morning on her live stream when it was brought up. First of all, her live stream wasn't about that subject matter. But it was, I guess, being brought up in the chat. And so she did address it. And I understand that there are probably some people who maybe are going to want to find themselves side-eyeing Yaba for, some of the things that she said. But here's the thing, is that she's not wrong in the way she feels, okay? And you have to remember that, but she didn't say what they accused. It's fine. I mean, of course, people are going to embellish and change things or whatever. But here's what you have to remember. And I hate that I even have to say this, because it feels icky to even have to say it. But you guys, I mean, the truth of the matter is that you guys remember it was just 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, I think, that Yaba's cousin took his own life. So she's going through this right now with her family. And she's experiencing the family's side of, what it's like when somebody takes their own life. And the whole family's grieving still, for sure. Absolutely. Her cousin was young. And I mean, one of the stages of grief is anger. And she has every right to feel the way she does. And she is angry. And, it is what it is. So I just think that, just the nature of the internet and the very, very high likelihood that stories like this on the internet could potentially be, false or fictitious, or even, in the worst case scenario, not just that it's false, but also that there's some sort of grift or scamming of funds going on. I mean, it's the internet. It's YouTube. It's, people do icky stuff like that. We've had a member of the community in the past who faked their death, and we've had members of the community who have been exposed for scamming money. I've been accused of doing exactly that, haven't I? I mean, it's a thing. I guess it would be different, right? If, let's say, we all knew each other because we all worked together in, XYZ Corp, of America. And we're all coworkers, and we go to work every day, and we clock in, and we sit down in our little cubicle, and we do our little data entry or whatever, whatever your respective position is at XYZ Corp, right? I, for one, if I had my choice, honestly, I'd probably have the corner cubicle doing high volume numeric data entry all day. I love that shit. Anyway, and that's how we know each other, right? And we all get to work on this Friday morning in January, and the news is being, kind of whispered around the office that Lil Mama, took her life. And there's chatter that, the accounts payable department over there was really mean to Lil Mama. And, her husband's saying that, that contributed. It'd be different than, if Yaba came, or any of us who, made tweets or statements this morning doubting the validity of the story that we were seeing on the internet. We came kicking in the break room door, shoving a Boston cream donut in our mouth, saying, I don't believe that shit till I see it. I'm going to need the obituary on my desk by lunch. That might be different. Is she the one who got in her underwear, sucking on a ring pop, talking about FFG killing her dogs? Thank you, Samtastic. Samtastic says, I'm just trying to place this person. Yes, and as are we. That's what I want to do today, is kind of gather information from whoever may have it to figure out kind of who was she here in the community, and was there some, bullying going on somewhere in the office, right? Like maybe we should just continue to use that analogy so we can kind of, wrap our heads around this. Was there a department within the office who was, bullying Lil Mama? Was something going on? And if so, who was involved? And what really was going on? Because if that's the case, as Lynetta's husband and I keep saying Lynetta's husband and DC because truly those are the only people I so far have seen levying these allegations. I can't say for sure if Chantel did, because honestly, I really tuned out anything that was coming from Chantel this morning because I can't listen to her speak on shit. She's just so like disingenuous and so full of shit. You know what I mean? Like I legit just can't even listen to it. But yeah. I mean, if these allegations turn out to be true and there really was, some woman 3 months postpartum who suffers from PTSD and drug abuse, like if she was really being bullied somewhere off in a corner somewhere and it's resulted in this, like we need to know about this. We need to know who is involved. Okay, so I'm going to start really paying attention to the chat now. So if you've put anything in the chat thus far that, that you think is going to be helpful in this, put it in again because I probably missed it. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying too while we're doing that. I find it funny that DC has ATX on panel after all, Because if you were listening to DC during the first part of her little stream, she was lecturing everybody from her high horse and basically, you know, saying if you're out there gathering personal information about people to then bring back to the internet to use against them and harass and intimidate and humiliate them with, then shame on you. You are to blame for this woman's death, right? That's what she said, right? Did you guys hear that? Right? I mean, I took notes. I took notes on the first part of DC's stream, and that's what I was hearing. Is that what you all heard as well? And I thought to myself, in fact, I even said to Yaba, I said, oh, well, that must be why. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. I got a phone call. I need to make sure that my audio is still on. Okay, it is. Good. Let's see. DC and ATX over there talking about USAM and UTIs as bloody disgusting. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of chatter about what DC and ATX are over there talking about. And absolutely, by all means, if that's what you want to watch, please go over there and watch it. Or we can stay on topic over here with what I think, and hopefully you all would agree is more important than listening to a fucking ATX run her mouth about me and whatever old ass, stale ass tea that she has brought peddling around yet again. She literally has nothing but old stale ass tea that has been available to consume over there on her channel for the past 3 years. You know, or we can talk about what the fuck's going on in the community. And you know what? Maybe the answer here is truly that. What was her name? Where did my notebook go? For some reason, I keep forgetting this woman's name. Like, I don't know why. No disrespect intended. But again, didn't know her. Lynetta. Oh, yes, Lynetta. Not to disrespect, you know, maybe the answer is that Lynetta wasn't the victim of bullying in the Goro world community after all, that her husband's just a piece of shit drug addict, just like I'm hearing potentially she was. And maybe he's trying to capitalize on the tragic death of his wife and the mother of his children because he's a no good drug addict just like she was. I mean, that's entirely possible. And those are answers that I think we all are seeking. You know, we want to get down to the truth of it. Shouldn't that be what DC would want also after her little preachy little thing she just did on everybody? How are you going to have the first part of your stream very serious and preaching to the community about their role in bullying a woman to the point of taking her own life right here in this community? Point the finger not just at the community, but also squarely at me and Yaba. And then say, if you engage in these activities, if you are bullying the shit out of somebody online and you are going and in their real life and using their personal information against them, then this is not just me that ATX is doing this to. Angela with the 2 yellow hearts in the chat is experiencing the same thing. Go ahead, baby. You can call me. It's going to pick up on Bluetooth, but whatever. Go ahead and call. I'll figure it out. I guess I don't need this in right now because I'm not listening. You know what? We'll go ahead and pop in over on DC. Hold on. Mhm. Oh my God. Hold on. Okay, Yaba's on speakerphone because she's not inside the house at the moment. Go ahead.
I know, the shut-in is leaving. Have you read the article out loud yet?
No, I haven't.
I feel like let's pull up the article and read it and kind of go over. Let's start from there. Let's start at the article. Let's see what the article says. Read it. Will you? Can you find it? Pull it out?
Yeah, I gotta find it. Hold on.
Just set me down by your microphone, babe. Hey guys.
Can y'all hear her? Hold on. Can y'all hear her okay? Because if you can't hear her or if she's muffled, we need to know that. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Raven sent the link to the news article to my DM, so give me just a second. And I'm sorry for the coughing in the mic, you guys. I am still sick. Hold on, let me share it. I have it.
Okay, go ahead.
I need to share it to the screen. Hold on. Okay, so this website. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Before we go any further, I just want to say again, I understand ATX is over there on DC's panel. I understand she's talking about me. That's fine. Yeah, if you want to watch it, watch it. If not, we're over here. We can address that later. We got all goddamn day. We got all weekend. It's totally fine. All right. So this is the website, Your Basin. This is the only article that I know I was able to find, that we were able to find.
So when did she pass away? What was the date? The 24th?
Well, the husband's Facebook post that says my wife took her life today was on the 24th. Yes.
On the 24th. And that article was published when?
This article.
It was so quickly published. You know what I'm saying? Like that just feels like to me that was negligence in the reporter to put out an article like that and just assume what was said was true. Did they do any research to back that up? Because I could research right now and see that, I mean, you hate to say it because the person's not here, but the fact of the matter is that person engaged in a back and forth. Bullying is when you are not engaging and somebody continues to harass you over and over and over. But when you're engaged in a fight, that is not considered bullying.
Right. Exactly. And for her,
even though that reporter did not name names, it still what you would consider slander, especially for our community.
Right. To just go with that because, okay, so hold on. So yeah, the husband said she passed away on the 24th. This news article was published on the 26th, 2 days later. They're telling me in the chat that the GoFundMe went up the same day.
I mean, here's the thing. I kind of get that. He probably doesn't have the expenses to pay for her funeral. They look like they're not well off people. This is the second GoFundMe that they've had with, crazy circumstances. Like, to an extent, I get it, but let's also not forget that he's going online instead of saying that his wife suffered with severe mental illness. He's trying to accuse the community of bullying her to death. So that right there lets you know that he's really trying to, get that shock headline in there so he can get the donations.
Yeah, and something I find interesting about this article, for one, there's two things that I want to touch on for starters. The first one is that nowhere in this article does it mention that there is an open, active investigation, law enforcement investigation. And there is an open, active law enforcement investigation. Yeah, so that's the first thing. And I mean, obviously, I'm not, so that's suspect. Well, for one, this is the only news article about it. So this wasn't picked up like in the local news. This isn't like the local news. This is just like some obscure, I mean, the website's called yourbasin.com. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is not.
I want to know how the article got there. Like was it the husband that sent this, contacted these people? Like, how did they even get this information is my question.
Yeah, well, okay, so that's my next point. The first two lines of this article written by Erica Miller reads, an Odessa father is speaking out after the loss of his wife, Lynetta Brown. Brown So it says an Odessa father is speaking out. So that tells me that her husband spoke with this Erica Miller. Okay. Hold on one second. Funny girl 1920. If she was suffering from postpartum depression, then unfortunately the odds are very high she would hurt herself. Yes. Thank you for the super chat. So, okay, so it's the father talking to this Erica Miller 2 days after Lynetta takes her life. Okay, fine. Again, Erica Miller, for whatever reason, it's not stated anywhere that there is that the sheriff's department is even investigating her death. It just says that so it just says in the second line, which is what I take considerable exception to, which is this. Brown, a mother of 5, took her own life after her husband said she was bullied online. Let me read it again. Brown, a mother of 5, took her own life after her husband said she was bullied online. Okay, so for one, yeah, after her husband said she was bullied online. For one, the sentence structure is like 5th grade level. The way the sentence is written, if taken literally, is that after is saying that the husband told her she was bullied online, and then she took her own life. It says she took her own life after her husband said she was bullied online. Like, I don't know. It's poorly written, but also 2 days after her death, there's an open sheriff's department investigation, but this article is saying that it was suicide and the reason for it was her being bullied online. What?
Yeah.
Now, further down in like the 4th or 5th paragraph, it does say William, the husband, said she also suffered from PTSD after the loss of her own mother, who also died by suicide.
And you see how that's like, you had to search to find that. It wasn't in the headline. It wasn't in the first opening sentence. You had to really search for that.
Yeah, and here's my concern. Like, okay, her husband William, his name on Facebook is Hambone. So I don't know, was William a part of Girl World as well? Was he involved in Girl World? Was he a player in the drama? His name was Hambone.
So. No, I don't think he was.
Well, he knew about it. It sounded like he's posting videos.
He did. He just got one. I think she talked about it a lot. He probably was aware of what she was doing and what was going on, and he probably even seen her make videos. To paint her as some kind of victim is just not. It's just a false narrative.
Right. So is this Funkle Fester? Is this her channel?
No, that is a re-upload. See if you can find her channel.
Oh, okay. That's a re-upload. Okay. Does anybody have a link to her channel? Let me start there, because I don't even know how it's spelled. I have no idea.
Yeah, and if you go put in Little Mama, I mean, nothing. I guarantee he probably went on there and deleted videos. I have a feeling that videos have been deleted. If not, I'll be shocked. And I mean, no offense, but he does seem kind of like, I don't know, he just doesn't think like that,
Yeah.
The only thing he wants to do is label somebody else the reason this happened.
Okay, they're
taking accountability.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're her husband. You should know what her mental state is. You know she's suffering from PTSD and postpartum depression and drug addiction. Why aren't you intervening if the online, because if you're an adult, if you're a 38-year-old woman and you're engaged in online drama and beef to the point where you're being bullied to that extent, then that is another addiction that you're plagued with. So what was your role and responsibility in this, sir?
You or her husband.
Yeah, it's not our responsibility to do mental health checks and diagnostics on people that we engage with on the internet.
How come the GoFundMe didn't say mother who suffers with postpartum depression, whatever the rest of it says? Why did it have to be mother of 5 was bullied to death. You understand? And to me, that just leads me to believe that it was just another way, like I said, just to get people the shock value.
Right. Hold on. I'm reading something real quick. Yeah. So does anybody know when her channel got nuked? Okay. Benito's girl said, hold on. Let me go to the right screen. There we go. Benito's girl says she has to have been going by a different name here on YouTube because the Lil Mama name only came about recently after Yo Mama was being called Lil Mama. Aha! And she's been a VIB. She said so. She said so she had another name. Okay, then how come nobody's saying you, Lil Mama, who the VIBs are, she used to be such and such? Does anybody know what her old name was? Jesus, I'm going to need to take notes. And you got me holding this damn phone. Hold on, baby. You heard it? She goes, what? Oh, you're so funny. Hold on. Let me grab a notebook, babe. Where is Goofy Dumb Goofy Hope, bitch? By the way, thank you so much. I know I messaged her, but in case she didn't get that and she's listening, we got that package. Girl, thank you. We love it. Okay. Here we go. Page 1. Oh my gosh. The artist. Okay. Lindsay with an A says Foodie doesn't even know her VID name. So what?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like she was never in the chat. I mean, we know a lot of the people that are in there.
Sienna White says Chantel admitted to not knowing her. Buttered Crumpet says no one knows. Clueless says she was not a Beezer. Like what? Fat Apples. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh. Boho Chick says that Paula, Jeremy's mom, her groupies are in that lady's husband's comment section sending their condolences. Wow. How weird is that? Okay, hold on. Pecan Pie says, did you see he dropped another article 3 hours ago? Pecan Pie, no. Where are these things being dropped? I need a link.
Pecan, our DMs?
Yeah.
DMs specifically?
Yeah, can you send me links to my DMs? And also Pecan Pie, I'm going to make you a moderator so I can point you out more easily.
Hey, Pecan Pie.
Funny Girl says, who is saying she was a part of Girl World? Yeah, who's been saying that she's VIB to begin with then? Oh my gosh.
People just assume that. Can you hear me?
Candace says the obituary doesn't mention bullying at all. What obituary, Candace? I've not seen an obituary. I've seen a GoFundMe. And listen, if you search the woman's name, there are things coming up that have the word obituary in them, but you click on it. Yeah, they are not real obituaries. They're just like, it's like where the website mined and found the article, and it's the article. Okay, Pecan Pie, I clicked on that and it said click allow if you're not a robot. Click allow where? Okay, that's not working. What is that? Copy link address. Let me try it like this. Jesus. Oh, here we go. Look, it's another highly suspect, like off the wall news.
Maybe that's how they do it there. What is it?
No. And listen, it's making me add a extension to Chrome before I can even read it. What is that shit?
Don't do that. Click out of that.
California Sunshine and Bitterness says, can you drag Callie soon, please? Thank you so much for the super chat.
That is hilarious while we're here.
Okay, they said, no way, don't do it. Okay, they said she's been discussed on the VIB thread on the farms. Someone, anyone, no one, if you could come back in the chat with a page number, with a thread name and page number, that would be helpful.
It's a very important loser thread. You go to death threats and you go to the very rarely go to that one.
See, and that's the thing. Pecan Pie says, I found another an hour ago too from a weird website. They're all weird websites. And they appear to be like literally even this news website is weird.
More weird. They have Facebooks that are really weird. Her and her husband.
Yeah, her Facebook, if you go look, like it's got a bunch of pictures and stuff and everything, but all of the friends and followers and commenters and likers, they're all like, you can tell like they're computer sex bots.
Yeah.
Catsroll says a lot of these sites copy and paste. They do. It's just so weird. Like, okay, if this mother of 5 was truly suffering, you know, she's a newborn baby, suffering from PTSD and postpartum, is bullied to death on the internet, how come a mainstream, legitimate news source in the area did not run an article on it?
Because a legitimate news source is going to do the research and see that she was engaging in back and forth, and they're not going to run the narrative that her husband wants.
That, and also a legitimate news source is going to say mother of 5 found dead, sheriff's department investigating.
Yep.
And none of these little weird websites that are carrying this article are mentioning the fact that the sheriff's department is involved. And the sheriff's department is absolutely involved. Thank you. VIB page 22. Hold on. There we go. Right up top. Okay. So, sorry, guys. Okay. Yesterday, 8:27 p.m. Okay. That says, okay, I posted Lil Mama here the other day. She recently yeeted a bunch of videos and changed the channel name. There's a link. Okay, so here is the...
You can't tell me all that smoke. I'm sorry, what did you say? Oh, yeah, she's fixing that one. I just didn't know. Yeah. Hanging out. I'll be there over there.
Not a death notice from a funeral home. Buttered Crumpet, how do I know the sheriff is involved? Because I spoke with the sheriff's department. I mean, we take these things very seriously. And I mean, that's really not partly, but the majority of the speculation, and the doubt that we had of the validity of the story from the get-go is because of our our experience around here, that this is what comes from years of experience in the drama community and the girl world on the YouTubes. We need to fact check things before we go talking about them. Okay. So yes, we contacted the sheriff's department in the county where the woman resided in Texas. And we spoke.
To be honest, and to be fair, you're leaving out a whole big part, because with this man coming on there and making these kind of allegations that this woman who was just in the community making videos, I mean, you don't know.
Right, you don't know. We actually called the sheriff's department requesting a welfare check to make sure the woman was okay, because you don't know. For all you know, something bad happened to her. Yep. Because just everything.
And honestly, he wouldn't give any straightforward answers, so nobody still knows.
Right, and everything is so very suspect, from the only article that was floating around online to now many different websites repeating the same article, literally verbatim. They're all like weird little, off-brand Z list little sites or whatever, No legitimate news source has a story on it. No obituary. The GoFundMe is, I'm sorry, but GoFundMes are suspect when everything else is suspect. They just are. So it is what it is. Yes. We wanted to make sure that this wasn't, something more sinister. Mrs. Mary B says, I found the obit. Okay. So Mrs. Mary B, could you put that in my DM, the link to it in my DM, and I'd be more than happy to have a look at that. Okay, Miss Moonbear, how do you have all that? Okay, pause, please. Miss Moonbear, are you in chat? Are you there, babe? Did I lose you? She's not even on the phone no more. Hold on. I think she might have hung up. Oh, I think the boys got in the car. Okay. Miss Moon Bear. But, and I say this with respect, it seems off sending now. Okay, thank you. Okay, you're here. Miss Moon Bear, how is it that you have, how did you come to have, her videos? Like, how do you even know her? We don't even know her. Okay, this is weird. Okay. Oh, no, this is not an obituary. This is what we found this as well. See, and again, I clicked that link and it wants me to open a Chrome extension. No, we found this already. That's not an obituary. I had just said a few minutes ago that the article is appearing online on multiple websites, and some of them have the word obituary in them, but it is not an obituary. Those are like websites that are like mining the internet for stories that they can plaster up there, call it an obituary, and then it drives traffic to their site. People are going to click on it. Yeah, there should be something on some sort of legitimate website, and so far nothing is appearing on a legitimate website. We're not saying that she's not passed on, because she is. I'll say this though, since I'm disclosing the fact that I spoke with the detective at the sheriff's department, it is an open investigation, and the sheriff's department could not confirm if Lynetta was alive or deceased. He literally would not confirm that. So we had to kind of use some creative language, the detective and I, to ultimately arrive at an understanding of what the circumstance is as of right now. So yes, I know that sounds crazy, doesn't it? Like when I was talking to him, I'm just like, okay. And I even had to like kind of back it up a little. I was like, I realized that, us being on the phone right now and, like somebody just out of the blue calling, asking you about this open case you have involving a deceased 38-year-old mother of 5. But this is the reason I'm calling, because we are concerned. We just wanted to, I had explained to him, look, all we are trying to do is to verify the validity of the claim that she's deceased, and thus, the validity of the GoFundMe fundraiser. So, but he did confirm that it is an open investigation, which is why he could not confirm if she was deceased or not. Is this how the police handle every death? I would assume not. I guess now I would turn my attention to those in the chat who are maybe familiar with how these sort of things work, specifically in the state of Texas, but anywhere. Lindsay with an A, I'm looking at you. So if this is just kind of if the case is a cut and dry, case of every death is an open investigation. Okay. So, and that's what I figured too, like whether it be, a homicide or a suicide, surely it would be investigated. But typically, and I know that this can vary from county to county and state to state even, but like if it's a suspected suicide to the point to where the husband is online, on YouTube saying it's a suicide, on GoFundMe saying it's a suicide, on some cockamamie news website saying definitively his wife took her own life, then wouldn't that be an investigation conducted by the medical examiner's office? Exactly. Medical side, medical examiner. So this was not somebody in the medical examiner's office that is conducting an investigation. It is a sheriff's department investigation, not a medical examiner. Right? Yes, the medical examiner would have responded to the scene. Okay. Well, it's not a medical examiner investigation. It's definitely a sheriff's department investigation. And in that particular county, there is a medical examiner's office. I know in some, like, and I don't really know that area in Odessa, Texas. I don't really know what that area is like. But I don't think it's such a small rural area that it would be like all done in one place. Like I know, in some places the coroner is an elected official, so like literally anybody can run in their local election to be a coroner. Like I could be, a high school football coach and run to be coroner. Anyway, Jennifer Lynn said that's what it's like in Pennsylvania. My sister died at 32 years old. We had to wait months for autopsy reports. Lindsay Lenny says they both investigate together. Sam Tastic says it's a shithole drilling town. Thank you. My question is why always 10K? Oh gosh, pecan pie. That's an excellent observation. I did see the prior GoFundMe for the son, but I didn't take notice of how much was raised or what was asked for or anything like that. Where'd your comment go? Pecan pie. There you are. My question is why always 10K? When his son allegedly got bullied, he asked for 10K too. He also did an article for that. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So sorry. Sorry. I was moving my cough drop around in my mouth and I realized you guys can probably hear that. Daisy, didn't realize Samantha was back where I've been. Made the sound of your laughter in my ringtone. Long may you reign. Good to see you. Welcome back. No, Bay, their son did not die from cyberbullying, but I think he was bullied or something. I'm sorry. I don't know. It flopped and only raised like $200. Okay, shit. Hold on. Let me find it. We looked at all of this in Yaba's office, so like I don't have all that stuff pulled up. Where is Goofy Dumb Goofy Hope Bitch? I want her to know that I'm using some of the lovely things that she sent me right now. Also, I don't know, I don't think it had a thing in it, but somebody sent me I think it's a 40 count of they're all different colors. These pens, fine liner pens. I'm really excited about those too. What was I looking for? It was you? What was you? Oh. So the whole family has this problem. Oh, gosh. Okay, let me look up. Where is... Crazy. Dang it. Ugh. Okay. It's me. Hi. Oh, wait. What was you? You said the pens? Thank you so much. Is it Mike? I know I ask you all the time. Michael? Michael? Thank you so much. I love him. You be so good at ASMR. You. Okay. Here we go. That was the recent one. Okay, this I think is a different article because it says my name is William, unless that was taken from, yeah, see, this was taken straight from the GoFundMe again. All of these articles that you guys are finding, and you know what I think it is? The reason why we're finding all of these just wacky, obscure websites picking up the story is because I think so many people are searching her name and the location and everything. You know what I mean? See, like this GoFundMe, Lynetta Brown of Odessa, Texas, died by suicide. It's the same picture. Yeah, like it's all the same. Oh gosh, it's all the same stuff. No, we've not found anything official. Like this is obituary-funeral.com. But and it says it's posted 3 hours ago. You would think it's an obituary, but it's literally the same thing that it was written in the GoFundMe. See? Peaceperfection.com, Lynetta Brown obituary, Odessa, Texas. But again, it's the GoFundMe. My name is William and my wife took her life. It's all the same thing. Look, and there's the video. Oh my gosh, here's Facebook. Okay, now here we go. Parent of ECISD, which I think is the county. I forget the name of the county, but it does start with an E. Whatever county ISD, which that's common in Texas, their school systems are called independent school district. So whatever it was, Eaton County, whatever it was, independent school district. Student assaulted in viral video speaks out. And the website's called OdessaHeadlines.com. And look at that. It's another one of these wacky, wonky sites, just like this one. Look at that. Red, white, and blue graphic. Hold on. Let me drag them next to each other. Look. Just weird, wonky website. So there's that picture of the middle school could have been taken off of literally anything. This article also, this is about the assault of the child, I guess. Student assaulted in viral video speaks out, and it tells the story, which I will be honest, I haven't read, but down here at the bottom. In addition, those who are interested in helping Brown may find a link to his GoFundMe account here. So this claims this was written by Matt Stringer and Dottie Chavez. What does this say about Matt Stringer? Matt Stringer is a journalist from Odessa, Texas. That's all it says. His picture's gone, and that's it. Dottie Chavez is from Odessa, Texas, and serves as the public education reporter for Odessa Headlines. Ector County, that's what it is, Ector County. Okay, so here's the GoFund. So this is the first GoFundMe. It's for anti-bullying. This was in 2022. Hold on. Yeah, they asked for $10,000. They raised $385. This one says it was organized by Macy Barraza on behalf of William Brown. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. So I'll go ahead and read this since I'm not going to read that long-ass article. Some of you may have saw the viral fight that went around on Wednesday, May 5th, and this was last year, 2022. If you didn't, a little boy attacked him from the back and was beating his head in, which resulted in him having a seizure along with a bloody nose. The fight went on for more than 40 seconds. No teachers, no principals, no breaking it up. Only a circle of kids and their phones. The victim's name is William Brown. He loves the outdoors, along being with his family. He has special needs. William has been bullied throughout elementary and now junior high. Nothing seems to be changing, only getting worse and more violent. ECISD is, of course, covering the truth like they always do. We're reaching out to the community for help. William has medical bills due to this incident, and his family wants to get him help for a therapist to help him cope in this difficult time. Something tells me that little William Brown here is on state-funded Medicaid. Give me a fucking break. There, I said it. Don't care. So anyway, but back to this article. Odessa headlines, news that matters. Stringer, a new year and new adventures. I will get right to the difficult point. A new opportunity has come along that has resulted in my status as editor here at Odessa Headlines to come to an end. All right, so he quit his job. What about Dottie Chavez? Is she still? Hold on. When I click on Dottie Chavez up here in the byline, like here's the byline. That's her little picture. His is gone because he quit. Click on Dottie, and it brings you to the same article. Oh, these are other articles she did. So look, she does write little things about the school, the local school corporation or whatever it's called there. Weird. They have a LinkedIn. All right. Well, for whatever reason, William Brown needed $10,000 for therapy and medical bills for little William Brown. Something tells me, oh my God, did y'all hear the wind just come through here? I don't think that window is closed all the way. It's just so weird because, okay, it says that this article is by Erica Miller, but I don't think Erica Miller actually wrote this. I feel like this was written by her husband, and he submitted it to this weird-ass local, like, news website. And I think that Erica Miller is the assignments editor. And I don't think she fact-checked anything. I don't think she actually, like, spoke with this dude. I don't know. I just don't get it. Compare it to her other articles, Erica Miller's. Oh, that other lady. I don't really care about that other lady. But Erica Miller, I kind of do. Like, I kind of... Oh, latest from Erica Miller. Okay. Let's see. 22 hours. See, okay, and here we go. So Erica Miller, latest from her, 23 hours ago, 22 hours ago, 20 hours ago, 20 hours ago. Then we've got 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. I mean, Erica Miller, there's no way she's pumping out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories on this day. All of these, this, and this would have been from yesterday. So Erica, you're you're coming up with and writing 5 different whole ass stories a day? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hold on. I need to stand up. For some reason, when I stand up, my nose isn't as stuffy. God, this sucks. I'm telling you what. I was talking to Yaba earlier. This is like the second time I've gotten sick since the first time I had COVID. Actually, I've had COVID twice. Anyway, not the point. This is like the second time I've gotten sick since COVID. Anyway, my point is, I think that like these colds are not the same as they used to be. And I was like, what if this is like COVID like every time? Like I didn't even bother testing this time because last time it was just like a bad cold like this. And it went away and I got better. It just took forever. And it's just like this again. So like what if like some of the strings of it, like it's just always there and kind of lays dormant and then flares up and goes away and flares up? Really, that's really what I'm starting to think is happening. And the weirdest part about it, like, is like she don't get it from me. Anyway, whatever. Oh yeah, so we're gonna look at some of Erica Miller's other pieces. It looks like at least the last 2 days she pumped out 5 articles a day. I find that highly suspect. Who's the editor letting her copy and paste? I have an answer for that. Cool, Kinsey. Fine. You guys want to know the truth? I spent a lot of time looking into this. I absolutely did. Somebody knocking on my door. Oh, thought I heard somebody at my door. The news director's name is Terry Wood. He was not available to speak by phone prior to my live stream. I did, however, leave him a message and ask him if he would return my call so I could talk to him about this article. I haven't heard from him yet. Yeah. We did some research, okay, guys? I mean, isn't that what we should do? Isn't that the responsible thing to do? Let's see. Conway Twitty said, Sam bought herself a gavel and a whiteboard, parrots back legal terms she memorized, but knows not what they mean and thinks she's intelligent. Nope, just a dropout teen mom who popped out criminals. That's funny. I didn't drop out. I finished school. What are you talking about? Also, I don't use legal terms, do I? I don't know. I saw somebody say, like, do a neti pot thing or whatever to clear my... Yeah, and I think it's time for me to do that, to flush that shit out. Whatever. I love you, Sam. Always putting in the work. Thank you. It was a, no, you guys, it was an effort. It was a, what am I trying to say? It was a group effort. Not a group effort, a joint effort. Me and Yaba worked together. Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking of working in a hospital, Stephanie C. Oh my God. Have y'all heard about, I heard it on TikTok. Hold on, where am I? Have you guys heard about that nursing, the nursing degree scandal in Florida? How the FBI investigated and found out that this school in Southern Florida was giving out fake nursing degrees, LPN and RN. They were selling them primarily to like immigrants, Haitian immigrants and whatnot. Not fake certification. They were giving out fake LPN degrees and RN degrees, whatever those are. And I guess it was like $15,000 and upwards of that. So they would take that amount of money from these immigrants primarily, is what I was told. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not wrong. That's what I heard. Anyway, and they didn't just like issue the paper, right? Because you can go to school for your RN or your LPN, you can get your degree, but you have to pass a licensing exam then in the state in which you want to work. So what they were doing was just teaching them how to pass the boards. And then like, it's always Florida or Texas. Yeah. So like you pay the school $15K and then they teach you how to pass the board or whatever. So anyway, but I think they said there's already been 25 arrests, probably at the schools where they're starting. But I think they're saying there's like, they've identified right now, as we speak, they've identified like 2,500 nurses throughout the country who are practicing with these fake degrees. They said that Chantel is live and raging. Is that true? She's on the attack, says Mrs. Mary B. Let's have a look. What time is it? It's going on 3. What's going on? Oh, there it goes. Hold on one second. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, Foodie Beauty. It's 22:50 over there, so it's what, just before midnight-ish? Oral World is a hate mob. Girl, you might want to slow your whole ass roll. Do you guys want to snipe for just a minute? You want to watch and listen while I go potty real quick? You're going to have to because I got to pee. Here, you guys can see the chat too. How do you like that? I'll be right back.
Taking something that Salah said 3 months ago, pretty much as a joke. Number one, seriously, just like kill yourself, okay? Number one, he says that's said all the time in the gaming world where he's from. Is it wrong? Yeah, whatever, okay? It's wrong to say that, but it's not as if people are just going to go and start jumping off the bridge because he said that. What they did is not the same at all, all right? He made that one comment once only. What they did was target people over and over and over and over and over. The proof is go to their channel, go to the Twitters, go to the Kiwi Farms. So where do I partake in Kiwi Farms? Do I have a membership there? No. Do I have any videos that are about anyone else? No. Any videos I've talked about drama have been privated. So the common theme here is that anything I've said about anybody has been in self-defense. Is it right? No. But it's not as wrong as what they did. All right? So you want to say I bullied Ella's wife. All right, let's go there. We played proof on stream that he initiated the bullying. So this was, again, a triggered response to him calling me a sharmuta, to him saying that camels run away from me, to him bullying me, all right? To him accusing me of stealing water from children, to him doxing his best friend and saying about his job, showing his old apartment. So yeah, I was pushed.
Sorry, I paused that because I need to make sure you guys can hear it just fine. Let me know if there's an echo when I start it back up again.
Do you see the common theme?
Is the audio on her video okay?
Not only that, but his wife then, according to Yo Mama, went on her Facebook Live and talked about me that I'm lazy, fat, and smell. So no, responding to their hate towards me once is not bullying, all right? Talking every day, making fun of my religion, making fun of my new Muslim name, saying I have a fake marriage, saying I smell like blue cheese.
Okay, she just started 5 minutes ago. Should I go back to the very beginning or just continue from here? What do you guys want?
Saying I'm fat,
we can catch up.
Me chins every day. That's bullying. Targeting little mama over and over for her defending me, for her speaking out against these pieces of crap, vile people, is bullying. Pushing someone with mental illness to take their life is bullying. Where have I done that? Where? So you better sit down, FFG, with your hypocrisy, all right? Because you're the biggest hypocrite probably in the entire world that I know in my life. Yeah, as you're betting yourself to exactly. So there you go. All right. The common theme is I defend myself. I don't proactively create 3 channels, 6, 3. You probably do have 6, actually 4 with your Twitch, targeting one person, making fun of them in an Islamophobic, racist manner, calling their husband salad over and over and over. I don't do any of that. Period. Seriously. Oh, I bullied Milk Tea. Again, the common thread here, reacting to their hate towards me and my husband. She snidely sat there and said, I said, well, you didn't bother to wear a nice wig. I didn't make fun of her being bald. I don't know what she has under that wig. How do I know? She could be wearing it with hair. What I said was, she said first, really, Salah, you're going to wear that costume. You're going to wear that on your wedding day. So I said, really, you're going to wear that wig and make this reaction? So, direct response. Again, common thread. There you go. Kaya was harassing that poor woman from what I read on. FFG asked her viewers to be respectful today. Oh. And the next breath told Chantal she was going to rip her a new one. She's a hypocrite, exactly. I bet you. Don't make me make a compilation. I don't want to waste my time on you. Yeah, people blaming me is just deflection, disgusting bullying altogether. I didn't even know who this person was. And when I found out about it, yeah.
Did you hear her?
My dinner was...
She just said, I don't even know who this person was. So can we go back to that? Can we go back to our trying to figure out who this person was? I feel like we kind of skipped over that. Somehow, why did we skip over that? I got my little notebook out. She didn't even know. Yeah. I'm going to continue to let Chantal play. If we could continue to collect information in the chat about who, what was her name? Lynetta Brown was. I think I found her channel. Did I close it?
To respond to hate, apparently it's only a reactor. Exactly. It's how it always is. So yeah. So what else? Milk Tea just debunked that. Allah's wife debunked that because they started it, and we played the video clip of him calling me an animal and a sharmuta. And then imagine one of your friends says, come with me, give me subscribers, and I'll out you. Of course I'm going to be mad. Was my response a lot? Yeah, well, I was really, really sick and tired of being targeted over and over by people.
Miss Anthropy, did you tweet about this? I think one of your tweets got read.
Yeah, they should. Exactly. They're saying I'm disrespecting. I was trying to do something nice and bring awareness to the little mama situation. And I even said, I posted the GoFundMe link in my community post. I made a whole post about the GoFundMe. So they're saying you should have posted the link here. Yeah, okay, I'll post the link there. No problem.
Repair
but
business.
Just say, like, I don't know what they're trying to say.
Thank you. Right,
Hollow. Being fat is the least of her problems. She's a horrible person.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
I don't want to
know that you're a good person. God sees it.
Because and a lot of she's overweight like me. And obviously she's clearly projecting, because I'll never understand how people watch another large woman hide behind it and not even have the guts to show herself.
My stream on this subject matter is also monetized, and I won't make any apologies for it.
You see what I mean? Where's your donation, Kaya? Exactly. Like, I gave what I can give right now, okay? Like, seriously.
someone named TM.
People making more drama out of it is disgusting. She's fat and at the same moment fat shaming my wife. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like it's so weird to me. Like that other people will watch that and be like, oh, okay, but what about you? You also have
Booties Emporium says, but she bullied Little Mama herself. Did she, Booties? What was Little Mama's name prior to changing her name to Little Mama? Do we even know that at this point? Like, was she a VIBzer? Who did she run with? Who did she have the beef with? Why was I hearing Kaya's name thrown out there? Is it just because Kaya was being highly skeptical about the whole situation?
Everything you criticize me for. And even more pathetic, because you're evil. Like, you seriously are. They're going to try to blame you for everything. Just ignore. Oh, yeah.
This is almost as shameful and shameless.
Know that you're
Shut
a
up,
good person.
Chantel. This is almost as shameful and shameless as DC Media Girl also choosing to use this mother's tragic death as a sword to strike her enemy with. It is absolutely disgusting. Shameful. Shameful.
Use it, and a lot of your beezers do too. Oh my god. TM. Oh my gosh. I really, really love. Thank you so much. Thank you, sweetie. Oh my gosh. I love you. Thank you so much, TM. Seriously, that really means a lot.
Hey, Sky Fieri.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're the sweetest.
Really, Prada Nada? You think so?
Please. What happened with Little Mama?
It is shameful. I'm not surprised at all the way her or DC acted. They are truly vile. For sure. Thank you for being a member for 6 months, Amber Chick.
Thank you so much.
Why can't I find your comment
They
here?
all say the same. They don't hate you because you're fat, but your behavior, although there have been many times they go for your
She is doing
Are you
this
kidding?
for money. It is disgusting.
I seen on Yo Mama's live, what's her face? Say that my Muslim name should be Fatima. Like she's
okay, wait.
like,
Lindsay says multiple creators reviewed her videos.
Like completely just making fun of more
Lindsay?
like totally making fun of my
Yo Mama's?
Is my Muslim name.
Okay. See, now
just like a child, like just like a
multiple creators reviewed her videos. Little Mama's videos.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what was that?
Are you kidding? Look at Twitter. They meme my body. They make fun of me coming off the boat. They make fun of my looks every day. So if it's not about my looks, it's about the fact that I pay your bills.
Calm down. Prada Nada. You know, I'm not looking at her because I'm trying to read the chat.
I hate money. Never.
Chat.
In a million years.
Hey, Prada Nada, that's excellent teamwork. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, we need some people to have our eyes on the chat, but we definitely need people who are watching Chantel's every move on screen too. Great catch. You're not going to tell me. What do you mean? Oh, was she going at it with Just Breezing? Look up Little Mama Foodie Beauty. Yo Mama did. Oh my gosh. Yo Mama also donated to the GoFundMe, or somebody using Yo Mama's name did. Let me not spread misinformation that I have not fact checked for myself. You know. Oh, she didn't go at it with her? Oh, okay. Thank you, Pecan Pie. Finally, we're making some movement here. Where we go? Where are we? Okay. Allegedly, Just Breathing chat was going in on her. Okay. Wow. Yo Mama was nice to her. Okay. Okay. So Yo Mama. Oops. Oh my gosh. Yo Mama. Okay, so Yo Mama probably did donate. Okay, fair enough. Yo Mama. So did Yo Mama review her stuff and was nice to her? Okay. What about Just Breezin'? That Brittany is the biggest flip-flopper? What Brittany? I get a strong feeling this is a not. Thank you, Claudio Beach Bowl. Yeah, really? Tell me more. He was extremely tasteful, in my opinion, playing playful banter, not vicious attacks. Leave it to Bieber. I believe that just from what I've seen of Yo Mama. He doesn't strike me as the type who would attack anyone for sure. Okay. Snarky Priest reviewed Lil Mama and deleted the video today, but it wasn't bullying. All right. Thank you for that. Side for life. Pradonata says, what point are you making about her phone? If you're talking about Chantel's phone, the point she's making is every time Chantel's phone goes off, that is the law telling her to calm the fuck down because raging is haram. I have a feeling Lil Mama had some serious issues prior to even making a YouTube video about Chantel. Well, yeah, I think that's evident. And how do you know she's a shut-in? Who's a shut-in? No. Misanthropy. Okay, hold on. Misanthropy is saying she posted on her Facebook after the GoFundMe was created. No, that I'm pretty sure that was her husband posting on her Facebook account. That wasn't her though, because the post was wasn't it the link to the GoFundMe? Hold on. Gosh dang it. Man, I'm gonna have to get off here in a minute. But there's more than one. Oh boy. Let me look at this one. No posts available. So either she didn't use that one or it got wiped clean. Hold on, I took stupid Chantel. Okay. So I see a post 3 days ago was the GoFundMe. And prior to that was 4 days ago. No, I don't think that she's posted on Facebook after the GoFundMe. It's now deleted. Is it possible that that was the husband posting on her account in error? Because the husband obviously has access to her Facebook because he's posting on there. He posted the link to the GoFundMe and everything. So maybe he accidentally posted from her account and then realized it and deleted it. I mean, that's pretty reasonable. She is confirmed to be deceased, Misanthropy. I'm not sure if you were here for that part of my stream. Some of her friends have come out calling BS on it all. Okay, Misanthropy, that might be the case, but I don't know if you heard this part of my stream. I spoke with the detective at the sheriff's department, and there's an open investigation, and she is deceased. Oh, Shadow Hair said Kaya did a stream. What? Where'd you go? Oh. Kaya did a stream reacting to Lil Mama a few days ago. Okay, is that why Kaya's name got thrown out? Misanthropy. Who deleted it? Who deleted what, Misanthropy? She deleted it, Sam. Who deleted it? Who deleted what, Misanthropy? Yeah, I was looking on Skinny Girl panel last night, and that's when they said the Just Breathing chat thing. So was the chat over there in Just Breathing stream giving this girl a hard time? Hey, lovely bish. There was someone on, I believe, FFG's chat that went by the name who claimed to know Lil Mama and said her death had nothing to do with bullying, but in fact it was drugs. and not taking. Yo Mama claimed he and the Lil Mama group had meetings about their moves on YouTube. Look at his stream where he ordered ring pops, arriving today, as a matter of fact. Jesus the Grinch, what? I mean, the Grinch, your comment is just taking this in a direction I'm suddenly not interested in. FFG isn't going to take that bait from the fake husband. Miss Monster. Oh, you're talking about Salah, aren't you? Wicked Crafter. I subbed her channel the night Lynetta did her reaction. She deleted the channel by morning. Thank you for the super chat. Snarky Priest wasn't bullying. Heck, if they wasn't their title words, Foodie Beauties, VIB, be out here trading brain cells, that's not bullying. I mean, I agree with that, Clueless, 100%. I just wanted to come on here, and do our due diligence. We did our due diligence on the backside. We made the phone calls we needed to make to, kind of verify what happened or whatever, what the truth was about whether or not she was deceased or not, because it's just prudent to do that. I've already explained all that. And then I wanted to come on here to figure out just what the hell was going on in whatever subsector of our community, in light of the fact that for some reason this woman's highly suspect husband posted a video basically pointing the finger at the girl world community and accusing us of bullying the woman to death, as did fucking DC Media Girl. And she really went to great lengths to point the finger of blame over here as well, using this woman's tragic death as a weapon, as a means to take swipes at her internet enemies. Like, are you kidding me? Really? Really? Just unreal. Is anybody else just absolutely appalled? Because I tell you what, if you go back to the beginning of DC's stream, looks like she's going off now. I just clicked over to see if she was still on. It looks like she's off. Yep, she's done. 2 hours and 7 minutes. Let's see. Let's see how long she flew solo before Mandy came on panel. She lasted about 40 minutes before Mandy hopped up there. Sam, FFG, and Yaba didn't know who she was. No, we didn't. And I mean, that's facts. You can't sit there and say, oh, she was, she was in Sam and Yaba's Discord. No. She was in Sam and Yaba and FFG's chat. No. So why in the hell is Clara over there pointing the finger at us? It'll make no sense. Oh, no, it does make sense. It absolutely does make sense. Over there exploiting a young mother's tragic death. I mean, excuse me. A young mother's tragic suicide. Okay, maybe she wasn't so young. I mean, 38's young, yeah, but whatever, doesn't matter. That's shameful. That's shameful, DC. And of course, you got old Stinkbox over there who never disappoints. I mean, gosh, Stinkbox, when the subject matter yesterday was found out to be the exploitation of a deceased mother who also died tragically. You backpedaled your ass out of that stream so fast, you left skid marks across DC's channel. You did. Yet today, the subject matter of DC's stream is once again exploiting a deceased mother who died tragically. In this case, literally 3 days ago. But this time you said, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and hop on that panel. And from what I can see, it doesn't look like I received the dragging and the expose and the life ruination humiliation that was being promised. That's weird. But I think that there was discussion of another potentially tragic situation with the Shani and Rev. Also, another potential tragedy that we're watching unfold before our eyes with Katie's seemingly terminal alcoholism. Oh, but you got your ass up on their panel for that, didn't you, stink box? Do you see if this woman was being bullied? Why didn't you say something before she killed herself, Nikki? Oh my God, right? Right? Using this for views and lying about FFG, Sam, and Yaba having anything to do with any of it. None of them talked about her or her videos. Dana, what about them? I don't know. I just know that they were discussed. Becca James, where can you send me a video clip? Are you on the Twitter? I think that's my Twitter name. Or if you'd rather email, there's the email. Hold on, Butter Crumpet. FFG called up Little Mama like Yaba calls him Big Mama. So if there's any confusion, if you hear FFG saying things about Little Mama, it's about Yo Mama. Thank you, Butter Crumpet. Thank you for clearing that up. Excuse me. ATX got a few shots in, but nothing shocking. The usual. Oh, okay. I don't listen to every FFG stream, and even I know she called Yo Mama Lil Moms. Well, yeah, because Yaba calls Yo Mama Big Mama, and FFG calls him Lil Mama, for sure. That's that little fucker who's driving that loud-ass car around the neighborhood in the middle of the night. Baby, are you listening? I now have a make, model, color, and direction of travel. Gone says, Sam, did you say this was an open investigation? Which means they don't think suicide. The second part I did not say, and I do not know. The only thing I said, Gone, was the first part, which was there is an open investigation with the sheriff's department. Yes. Now, don't go inundate that sheriff's department with phone calls about this. Absolutely do not. Okay. I hated even wasting that detective's time, the 2-3 minutes that we did spend on the phone. But he understood the reason, for our call, when I explained to him, the story going around on social media and there being a GoFundMe involved, there being, reason to doubt the validity of, the story and the GoFundMe. And that we just wanted to make sure, bottom line, just wanted to make sure that our online community was not once again being targeted for any sort of nefarious scam. I live close to Odessa, Texas. There's no obituary anywhere. Very odd to say the least. There's several online. You're right. Yes. Bratty Brat. Yeah, we've already seen all the several ones that can be found online that aren't legit ever. But I will say, she is confirmed to be deceased. And at least at this time, all we can say is that she is confirmed to be deceased. There is an open investigation with the sheriff's department. And that's really all we know for sure. There's been no confirmation that she died by suicide. The fact that there is an open Sheriff's Department investigation, and also the fact that the detective assigned to the case would not confirm or deny, even if she was alive, let alone the manner of death, tells me that we should not be sitting here right now stating emphatically that the manner of death was suicide, because we don't know that at this point. Okay, it's not been reported by the medical examiner or the sheriff's department or any legitimate news source. The one story that is appearing online was reported by the husband, and clearly that reporter or news outlet did not verify with any law enforcement or medical examiner's office that the manner of death was officially suicide. They just obviously took what the husband said, and that's what they put in their article. It could be, Rena. It could be, yeah. If it's not Legacy or Dignity Memorial, don't click on the obituary. Stay safe. Thank you, Pecan Pie. Yes. We just shouldn't be clicking on anything, I think, right now relating to this woman and her death. You know what I mean? Like, let's just, at this point, let's maybe leave it alone. I'm not saying like not keeping an eye on it. Sure, go ahead. You know, maybe, check in on the internet for a legitimate obituary or a legitimate news article or some sort of update or whatever, if you're curious or whatever. But we don't need to be calling sheriff's departments, and just, try to stay safe with what you're clicking on. And most of all, be skeptical. Be highly skeptical, you guys. There's nothing wrong with that. And the fact that, just because it's been confirmed that she is deceased, it's not been confirmed of the manner of death or the circumstances surrounding it. So nobody should be going on the internet pointing fingers, placing blame, making wild accusations and assumptions and all that bullshit. Knock that shit off. Knock it off. I find it interesting that the GoFundMe asking for burial expenses doesn't name the funeral home that's going to be in charge of handling the remains. I find that a suspect. So we're just, what? You're just going to cash out your money, and then you're going to go, what? Pay the funeral home? I mean, presumably, I don't know. I don't think her remains have even been released to the family. They probably don't want the funeral home to be harassed. Well, you know what though? Okay, here's the thing. Like, at a time like this, when this is the mother of 5 children, I don't know if all 5 of the kids are the dudes or not. I know one of them's an adult, like 22 or something like that. But at this time, like, if you're really in a situation where this mother, now you've got, how many kids were still at home? 3 or 4? I don't know, whatever. Now this guy's faced with, raising these kids by himself. One of them's a brand new baby, not but 3 months old. And you don't even have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And you've got no way to, bury your wife. I don't know. I guess I don't know. It seems like I'm seeing the GoFundMe shared on their Facebook, but there's not a lot of like real activity on the Facebook. It looks to be like a bunch of bots and stuff like that. Yeah, I think one's 21 or 22. So, I mean, and it's possible. It is totally possible that this woman didn't have family in real life, didn't have family and friends, wasn't really part of a community. Although I will say her Facebook says went to Zion Christian. So is that a church? Was she a member of a church? Is there a church family, who might be able to help with this also? It just seems like the GoFundMe itself and also the like everything just seems to be very specifically geared towards and targeted to like the social media online community. Mrs. Mary B, I don't have the link to the Discord. If any of the mods in chat have the link to the Discord, would you please put it in the chat? Thank you. Did Mrs. Moonbear ever answer why she's got all this stuff? How she even knew who Lil Mama was to know to download her stuff? Oh, it's unlisted. Okay. When was this? Oh, I think she got this stuff. What? Okay, hold on. Wow. Yeah, guys, I think Lil Mama probably had some issues. Does this ring any bells for anyone? Does anybody know this woman? Oh, hold on. Let me go find it. Sorry. Oh, Queen of What the Fuck shared her on Twitter, so I went and recorded it and was going to react, but never did. You just got these on January the 20th? Wow. All right, so Queen of What the Fuck shared her on Twitter. Did Queen of What the Fuck do any videos? That's Lamont. Yeah. I mean, you guys, you never know. Like, okay, just for example, right? The Watts family murders. Like, nobody in a million years would have suspected Chris Watts would annihilate his family, right? But it happened. And in the most heinous and sadistic of ways. So, like, when me and Yaba were like trying to like talk through, like, what are the possibilities of what, could be going on here, I think it's entirely possible that she didn't take her own life, that she is the victim of something sinister. It absolutely is. Gary also had videos. Okay. So the subsector or the sub community of people who did know who Lil Mama is or was and had any type of interaction would consist of the Queen of What the Fuck, Gary, Yo Mama, and was that it? Moonbear, I didn't realize you were you had your toe quite this far into Girl World to be familiar with the Queen of What the Fucks. That's nice. Goofy dumb goofy hoe bitch, did you get my message on the Twitter? Thank you so much. We picked up that package today, and I'm gonna take a picture and I'll send it to you in the DMs. I have the majority of the contents of that box just sprawled out all over my desk. I'm going to spend a lot of time with the contents of that box over the weekend. I'm going to, share. I'm going to share. Fire and Moon also. Oh, wait. Okay. Kaya, Just Breezed. Kaya. Okay. So that is why Kaya's name. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. Just Breezing. I just didn't. When I was listening over to DC right before I went live, I was like, what in the shithole does Kaya have to do with this? I did not understand. Can you send the links to what EB is dissociated? What do you want to send links to? Hold on. Can y'all hear my pen? Oh, I intend to. Stop and Smell the Roses says, why are we speculating if she was murdered? Stop and Smell the Roses. I'm going to stop you right there. We're not speculating that she was murdered. What I said was, when Yaba and I were talking about the whole situation privately, and, you know, just kind of like, you know, talking about the facts as we knew them, the information we had in front of us, and we were kind of deciding, you know, should we look into it at all? Should we just let it go? Whatever. You know, we kind of like worked through, okay, well, what are all the possibilities, you know, of what could have happened here? You hear me scribbling away. I had copy a note down onto something else. Anyway, I don't know. We just felt it was important to, you know, kind of like make a list of like what are the, you know, logical or reasonable possibilities of what's going on here. If, you know, if this isn't the case, you know, and that's absolutely a possibility. Not saying we were speculating that that is what happened. We were just, you know, kind of making a list of what the possibilities might be. I seriously thought she was a troll. Turns out I was wrong. She was just sadly mentally ill. Yeah, like I don't know the first thing about her, and I'm just kind of starting to like roughly click through these videos. Oh, that's her doing a hungry fat chick. What does this say? Foodie Beauty, Yo Mama reaction. FFG is insane. The cat is fine. Get over it. Oh my gosh. Into the Metalocalypse says she was pretty mean. Oh my gosh. Salty Peach says she was trying to be the next Chantel. Okay, I have too much stuff open right now. Please bear with me. Uh-oh. What time is it? Okay. Hey, Sam, could you please post a list of people who cover Lil Mama on Twitter after the stream? I can't write right now, but I want to revisit this later. Thunder Rain, absolutely. Thank you so much for being a member for 4 months. Okay, so I'm seeing some screenshots of some tweets, and these are like recent, like January 20th, they're dated. Someone says, I think Lil Mama should replace Foodie Beauty. She's perfect for a lol call thread. We should make this heifer infamous. Ring should be tighter. Okay. There's Gary Unfiltered posting a screenshot of Lil Mama saying, here's more. She sits on her poor dog and continues to be nasty. I mean, yeah, it looks to me like, I mean, right, I don't know. Oh, look, there's her dog. Her dog's cute. Oh, there's the sucker. Okay. Oh, she's got a soda pop from Arby's. She came in fighting. All right, well, there's that. Where's my StreamYard? Oh, there it is. Okay. Why isn't the GoFundMe link extremely available on this weird article. Why wouldn't they want to make it extremely easy to donate? I'm back, not even sure what's going on. Am I canceled or something? No, Misanthropy. Why would you be canceled? Possible Lil Mama was a horrible person and got it back if people were actually mean to her. Not saying it's right. Well, yeah, I mean, I get what you mean. I think she was trying to be the next Missy Moo, Aisha, part of the Holy Trinity, and maybe when Chantel didn't acknowledge her as a super VIB. Peace, baby. Why is Sam making a list of everyone that covered her? It's not that I'm making a list of everyone that covered her. There's accusations being levied that she was bullied to taking her own life in this community. But specifically, the finger was being pointed squarely over here. The support group, the Renegades, and the Goral Gang up there in Canada. And none of us even know who this person is or was. So I was just trying to kind of narrow down more specifically, what subsector of Girl World she was involved in. Not to point fingers or place blame by any means. We just don't know who she is or where she was running around in the Girl World. And when there's, we have a woman who's dead, you guys. She's dead. It's been confirmed that she is deceased. And then, for people to be pointing fingers and alleging, bullying to the point of this woman taking her own life, that's something that needs to be looked into within the community to make sure that there's not a problem to that extent going on, because we don't want that, right? No, absolutely not. And who better, to take to a microphone and gather people together to kind of drill down on just what the fuck's going on around here, than myself or Yaba or even Frenchie. And well, I decided to go ahead and do that on behalf of this sector of the Girl World. Okay. Is that fine? I think so. And now Chantel is using her passing as a poor me card. Everyone should be kind. Yeah. Lil Mama appeared to be actively using. I wouldn't be surprised if she did OD. I agree with that 100%. Psych for life. Her husband wants someone or something to blame. I'll leave it at that. Very, very well put, Lindsay with an A. Thank you for that. Please do not go to others and accuse. Exactly. No one knows the story, what happened, nor where she was spoken. Please keep it respectful. Yes, thank you. Uno momento. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I need to turn my fan off. I'll be right back. Oh my god. Goofy dumb, goofy hoe bitch. I almost just tripped and lost my life on this box that's at my feet that you sent me. Thank you so much. If hold on, let me get my fan before I start running my fat mouth again. Sam, did you get Malice Black? I have no idea what Malice Black is. Who or what? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, she's a creator. Did I get her? No. Oh, did I get Lil? For the list. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't know where. What? Okay. I've never heard of a Malice Black. Who's that? See, there's just so many people that you don't even know who everybody is. That's okay, Cindy. Thank you. Sorry about that. I listened to every Yabba stream, never heard her mention La Mama. Yeah, I mean, it's well established that we did not know her, and that's just that. So, well, DC, I'll give you this much. That was quite the performance you put on the first 40 minutes of your live stream this afternoon, and your all the dramatics and gaslighting and whatever else you want to call that show that you put on. Bravo, woman, bravo, right? Fucking weirdo. Goofy dumb, goofy hoe bitch. These like notebooks and things are so fucking amazing. And like the packaging and shit, like what the fuck? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see if I can get the green screen to go behind me, and then maybe I can do a little haul. Because StreamYard offers they offer like a virtual background, but it glitches too much. And I can't have I'm not allowed to show, like, I'm not allowed to show the interior of my office on the internet. Like, I can't do that. I won't risk it. So let me see. Let me see about that. Because I would absolutely love to do this haul. Yes, I spoke with the sheriff's department down there in whatever county that was. I forget. Starts with an E. Mm-hmm. You are on again and so soon? For what? Jeez. Oh well. Sucks to suck, I guess. Bebe, right? Joda, I love it when people use the word evidently. Evidently. That's a very British word. Or maybe not word, but using it in that way is very British, and I love it. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. It's been 2 hours. I think that we answered some questions. I think that we gathered some information. I think that we righted some wrongs in the misinformation that is being used and peddled about the internet in an effort to exploit this poor woman's death. Shame on you, DC Media Girl. Shame on you, Chantal. Anyway, there will be none of that bullshit. So far and so long as I can help it. So yeah, there's that. If there are new developments, in the matter that can be verified and certified and whatever, then we'll report back. But until then, that's what we know. That's right. Knock that shit off. Thanks for coming, everyone. See you later.